of this elite Pittsburgh defense. Fakes the give to Taylor. Richardson steps up. Protected. Dangerous pass. It's caught. Michael Pittman with a snatch.
Behind him and Quentin Nelson.
Colts going tempo here at the start. As we take a look at the starters now for Shane Steichen's offense. Jonathan Taylor split out top of your picture. Richardson, this is a designed run. Richardson taking on tacklers. He's been a center guard for this Indianapolis team the last couple of years, but they go with Bortolini. And the rookie so far so good. Taylor the take. Taylor pushes his way, and he is in for the touchdown.
The Steelers staring at 3rd and 9 in their first 2 drives.
Fields this time protected. Rips one and completes. First down connection to Calvin Austin.
From the Chargers.
Fields lines up from the gun. Quick delivery over the middle, and that's the tight end, Pat Freiermuth. With the great venues in the sport, downtown Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium. Second drive for Anthony Richardson and the Colts. Throws another dart. It's Pittman. Second catch. Had the 42-yarder on the first drive where Richardson threaded the needle. Richardson breaking free. Football came loose. Who's got it? Looked like Patrick Queen had a chance. No signal yet. The pylon. Who's got it?
But that is a great strip from Deshaun Elliott.
And Joe Flacco is going to come in and take his first snaps of the season. And you can see the grimace in pain. What a moment to step into his first snaps with his new team. Pitch play. Taylor breaking tackles. Jonathan Taylor picking up right where he left off. Crowd quiets down here for Flacco. You see the mix of run and pass. 9th play of the drive. Flacco sidearm delivering to the end zone. He's got his man. It's Downs. Touchdown. But now the circumstances change a little bit as they play in a 14-point hole. Fields rolls out, completes. Freiermuth on the catch. Second time he has been targeted, and he moves that pile. A pickup of 7. Harris, did he get it? Needed the 40, and it looks like he's short.
The way the Colts offense is playing, I like going for this.
Fields, boy, he takes a shot, and he is short. Zaire Franklin with a punishing blow.
On the sideline. Looks like we're going to see him sooner than later.
3rd and 6 pass. Flacco. Sidearm delivery gets it to Downs. Joey Porter says he was short, but the officials say first down Indianapolis.
LA Chargers, but so far they've been no match for this offensive line.
End around. This is Mitchell looking for some open space. Mitchell.
Missed opportunity for the Steelers.
Joey Porter, the rising star. Will he get another chance? Flacco puts some air under it to the end zone. Good snap, good hold, and the kick from Gay. Hooks inside that left upright.
They've been able to generate pressure off of the blitz this season.
Fields on 3rd and 4. Pass batted down and incomplete. And then on a designed run, took another shot, and so he is now done for the day. Flacco, meantime, continues to drop dimes. What a pass that time to Pittman.
You could argue there were just a couple of players that were more fun to watch down the stretch last year than Flacco.
Flacco a little off balance, comes back near side of the field. This is Taylor. Taylor hard stiff arm against Queen. 22nd play inside Pittsburgh's side of the field. Just incredible. Big part of the story. And this time that front, such a different set of circumstances than the ones Field had to contend with in Chicago. The weight of that franchise on his shoulders. Handoff here. Patterson shot out of a cannon. First down run, and a much needed play for this Pittsburgh offense. Their biggest of the day. They pick up a dozen.
Make some throws and become that quarterback to come back in this game.
Or they pick up that potential sack man coming up the middle, and somehow Fields gets it out to Patterson. A little shovel pass.
into some dangerous territory with a chance of getting that ball intercepted.
Only one turnover committed by Fields so far. Here comes Patterson looking for more. Slipped the initial tackle, and suddenly Cordero Patterson. Obviously, everything so far good for Fields through the first 3 weeks, but how does he react now with his team down 17-0? Sidearm delivery here. Gets it out to the tight end. This is Darnell Washington breaking free. Washington, and look at the big fella leapfrogging the defender.
Some spark and some energy. Keep giving it to 84.
They do indeed do just that. Patterson first down. There is a flag thrown right around the line of scrimmage. It's a run of 10 if it stands.
We have not seen anything to George Pickens yet.
Fields delivers right on cue. It's Pickens breaking the tackle. He lost the football, and the Colts have it. Julian Blackmon, and more disaster for the Steelers.
And you can see Pickens, he's holding that football.
Final 2 minutes before halftime. Joe Flacco on in relief of Anthony Richardson over the middle. That's Downs. Out past the 20. Director Restivar, terrific CBS crew. Final 2 minutes before halftime. Flacco over the middle, gets it out. First down, Colts.
They're going to have one timeout left, possibly 2 timeouts left.
Jonathan Taylor trying to get some of it back here. Crosses the 40-yard line, gets him close to the 42. Invading this city. Not much to cheer about so far. Fields in trouble again. Somehow escapes, but he's going to throw it. Was he past the line of scrimmage? It's a completion, at least for the moment, to Freiermuth. Inside Colts territory.
You have to try to find a way to take 1 or 2 shots in this sequence.
Here's Shamplin. Again, elevated from their practice squad yesterday. This will be a first down run for the Steelers.
You'll probably have to spike it with about 5 seconds left on the clock.
Fields going to keep it himself. Fields gets inside the 35, gets down all the way close to the 32. Boswell, the most accurate kicker in NFL history from 50+. This one from exactly 50. And Boswell is perfect. Where does he go here on 3rd and 3? Slings it far side. Pickens with a snatch.
In that front 7, really taking a lot of pressure off a secondary that's beat up.
Fields on 2nd and 15. Over the middle. This is Washington. 3rd and 4. Fields steps up. Fires. It's incomplete. Intended for Freiermuth. Well covered.
They want a lot of long developing passing concepts because he is a 39-year-old quarterback.
Flacco's going to run for it. Sliding close to the first down. So the old graybeard says, I can run with it. As Pittsburgh's defense forces a 3rd straight punt by the Colts. Rigoberto Sanchez, the 8th-year punter. And this one is going to be played by Austin. Boy, makes a couple of guys miss. Austin's got a seam.
Here today, this Colts defense putting him in a lot of difficult situations.
Fields again running for his life. And he's going backwards.
Bad.
The football came loose. They're going to mark him down. But they are knocked out of field goal range. Chris Lamons and E.J. Speed giving chase for the Colts.
That's been the blueprint so far this year.
Different story so far here in week 4. Flacco going down. Beanie Bishop coming off the edge. And Flacco never had a chance.
You have got to be careful because this is the type of game where Watt can make a big play to turn it.
They give it to Taylor, interestingly, here on a 3rd and 7. So the Colts played conservatively. Okay, last year, remember, had to deal with that nagging hip injury. And this kick is no good. He hooked it wide left. The day today had scored just 3 touchdowns through the first 3 weeks. They've yet to score so far. Fields letting it rip, and he's got Pickens. Huge sequence there for the Steelers. Perfectly thrown pass by Fields. Pickens, who led the league last year in yards per catch, gets Pittsburgh in business in the red zone. Fields This is Harris. He's got some open green grass, and Harris taking on tacklers. 3rd and goal. Fields desperately needs one right here. He's going to run for it. Fields in. Touchdown.
It's 3rd and 10. Expect.
Flacco steps up, fires, completes. 1st down to Pittman. Here they come again. Flacco protected this time. Downs. Joe Flacco, just surgical. Flacco protected, steps up over the middle. It's caught. Ogletree, touchdown.
He was brilliant on this previous drive.
Fields keeps it himself. This will be a 1st down running more as he slides out across the 40-yard line. Arthur Smith, first year as the play caller. He's pushed all the right buttons till this point. Then they make some plays here where they need them. Harris in the pass game. Harris on the plus side of the field. Harris breaking free, still on his feet. Harris will check the flag all the way back in the offensive backfield.
If they're in a 3rd and medium, I would expect Bradley to come after him.
Fields near side, throws a bullet to Pickens. Pickens able to squeeze it as he works against Jalen Jones.
Well, best thing they do is Fields, so if you're these linebackers, Franklin and Speed, keep your eye on Fields.
Fields again, the initial fake. Fields going to run for it, taking on tacklers, and he bangs it in. Justin Fields trying to put his Steelers on his back.
Their personality so far this season.
Taylor, top of your picture. Flacco, little sidearm delivery, and he's still slinging it. Josh Downs again. He had the touchdown earlier. We'll go back to the ground game here with Taylor. Taylor, boy, the patience that he's got, just unreal. That's Sermon getting reset at the bottom of your picture. Flacco, near side, gets it to his man. It's Downs. Boy, slipped the initial tackle. Just magnificent. See Taylor maybe getting that ankle retaped. 2nd and 9, so it's Sermon's gig for the moment. Sermon taking on tacklers. Gets into the 2nd level. Porter takes a hard hit, a little bit late to get to his feet.
Indianapolis is 8 of 13 against this defense on 3rd down.
Just amazing. Queen, part of the gang tackling against Sermon there. Snapper is Luke Rhodes. Sanchez the holder. Gay from 35. And it's a 10-point Colts lead. Pittsburgh offensive line. Mason McCormick, you've got a rookie at left guard, the rookie center. On a day that they lost James Daniels, their right guard. And this is Fields getting close to a 1st down. That'll set him up with a 3rd and short.
And make sure there's not those wide running lanes for Fields to scramble.
4th down territory for Pittsburgh. 3rd and 2. Fields needs one here. Takes a shot. He's got Pickens. A majestic pass. Fields on target to Pickens. Fields quick drop, delivers again. This time it's Van Jefferson. That's the first time he's been targeted today. Fields near side, it's caught. Touchdown. Pat Fryermuth taking contact, and the Steelers inch a little bit closer.
He is more than been able to hold his own.
Flacco feels the pocket money. Flacco buried.
You've got to make Pittsburgh take their last time out.
Flacco to the air, taking a shot near side, and it's incomplete. Najee Harris, top of your picture. Fields going to run for it. Fields tucks it away, taking on tacklers. He's got a 1st down for the Steelers.
And I still now have another play to run before the 2-minute warning.
Little wobbly pass, gets it out to Jefferson. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. And do you start thinking about your timeouts potentially? Football is loose. Fields evading a catastrophe, but they lose a ton of yardage. Fields protected, everyone covered, goes to the check. It's Harris. Harris staying in bounds to try to make a play. Didn't get out.
Oh, disaster. If you're able to pick it up, so you have time to kick a field goal.
Here's the game for Pittsburgh. 4th and 10. Fields. Can he get it out? He does, and it is incomplete. Shane Steichen and company hold, and they win it to get their second straight win in as many weeks. 27-24, your final as we go to James Brown in New York for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars.